How you doing? Find yourself a seat. There are only 3 microphones, so somebody's going to have to share. There's water there if you need it as well. Thanks for joining us.
Check. Hey, hi there.
How are you all doing?
Good, eh?
Yeah? Tired? Been a long day? Been a busy day?
It's been good. Yeah.
Do we look
Yeah.
tired?
I'm just asking. It's been a long.
I mean, I feel like I look good. So
No,
what
you
do
look fine. You look
Okay,
great.
just wanna make sure.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us here on the NY Bud stage. We are going to open up relatively quickly to fan questions because I asked before there was loads. I just want to ask a few because I grew up when I watched the Power Rangers when I was younger as well. It must have been quite a physically demanding job, doing all these kicks and flips. And was there? I know a couple of you had been trained in maybe martial arts a little bit before you started. How long was the training before you started filming?
Like for me, I was a competitive gymnast most of my life, so I brought my gymnastic skills to the character that I played. But yes, it was physically demanding. We worked out with our stunt team. They always choreographed a fight with us, but it happened really quick. Usually we'd be given 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get it together, and then we just had to go for it. But before we started filming the TV series, like we probably worked out together for like a month, doing like some martial arts training and TV karate type stuff. But that's my experience. What was yours?
I had studied martial arts as a child. I was a Michigan State Pee Wee champion, so I had done martial arts and done sparring and so forth, so on. And I learned gymnastics pretty much just in the streets, like playing with my friends. We used to run and jump over the bushes, and I would do a flip. So I kind of learned that way. And then when I got on the show, we were working all the time, so we worked to improve on our skills.
I studied Shaolin Kung Fu before, but you did have to learn like Hollywood fighting, you know, because in a real fight you just want to be real direct, you know, get right to the point, but you have to exaggerate all your movements, you know, your kicks have to be a lot wider, things like that. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of time though. Usually it was really quick. It was like, we're gonna do this, and we'll do a couple things, and then with Koichi especially, it was just like he shot really fast. He just knew what he wanted.
Yeah, I was a dancer, so all of that was new to me, but the stunt team was amazing because they would basically teach me in segments. And so because I was a dancer, it was easy for me to remember choreography. So he's right though, you had to like really pronunciate all your kicks and your punches, and it was definitely different than anything I experienced. But the cool thing was because they shot it in segments, you kind of just had to learn, you know, a couple beats at a time, and then they'd move the camera and they'd make you look really good.
It's just making sure you don't hit anybody in the face. I'm guessing that happened quite a few times though.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally on purpose. Let's move on. The movie, obviously, I remember going to see that in the cinema. What was the difference between filming one of the episodes? Was there much of a difference between filming the movie and the TV series?
It was a huge difference. The movie, like, they would take hours upon hours just to light one scene. And I mean, we literally would spend a month, you know, shooting one fight, you know. And we did have a lot of rehearsal. And we actually, at that point, we'd only been on the show for a very short amount of time. So we got to actually really contribute, like, what we wanted to add into a fight. And really, you know, these guys, these martial artists, they were, like, adding all these crazy flips and stuff. And I was like, I just want to do, like, some really cool kicks.
Yeah, like on the TV show, we were filming 4 episodes at one time, so it was very, very fast-paced. And it was doing the film. The sets were obviously a lot bigger and grander. We had a lot more money, so our suits were different. So I mean, there were a lot of subtle differences, but in the end, filming is filming, you know.
Okay. If this is just a little bit of a geeky question, if your Zords could have been any other animal, if you had the choice for them to take any other form, what would you have it be?
You know, I gotta say, if it was gonna be any other animal, I would say probably a mastodon. Yeah, I'm sticking with what I got.
Okay.
I think I would stick with what I got too. I was very happy with having the Triceratops and the wolf and the unicorn especially. The unicorn Thunder Zord was the best.
But you said we can't, right? If we couldn't have the one that we
If
use.
you had to, yeah, if you
I
had to have a different
choose,
one,
but it had to
yeah.
be somebody else's, or it could be
Yeah,
anything.
it could be anything, anything.
Uh,
What's your favorite animal? Would you think that would fit? Would it work?
I don't
No.
have like really. I mean, I like dogs, but I wouldn't
Little
want a
chihuahua.
dog sword. Yeah.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. I would want a mythical creature though, like a liger or something. Well, those aren't mythical, but but like that mixed with a unicorn. I don't know.
A Care Bear. No, I don't know.
Okay.
No, I like my animals. Like I had for a girl, I had really tough animals like saber-tooth tiger, the griffin, the bear. I mean, it was like pretty cool. But I guess my spirit animal would have been Beyonce. Like I would have just turned into Beyonce.
The lemonade.
Yeah, like
Lemonade.
I'd have slapped the putties with like my dance moves.
Fan questions. Come on, who's got some? I'm going to be running out here. Let's start. If you step up here, Mario, because otherwise that's going to go mad. Here you go.
When did the Power Rangers movie come out?
The original one? The original Power Rangers movie? It came out in 1995. Yeah, that was a long, long
It was way
time
before
ago.
you existed.
You weren't even thought of. Like your parents were watching us.
That was like 22 years ago.
Okay.
Good question.
Have you watched it? Have you seen it? Have you seen the original movie? You need to go and watch it. It's good.
You'll have to watch
It's
it.
good. Same thing again, just because I don't want that speaker to go screaming in people's ears.
That's a question for all of you. What would your favourite episodes that you have ever done with Johnny Ambosh and Karen Ashley? Doesn't actually need to be one that you have done because you were in a short space of time. So with the other Rangers as well, what was your favourite episode?
I think one of my favorite episodes was Zach's birthday. Yeah, like Zach's birthday is one of the. It was one of the first episodes where I actually had a story that was based around my character, so that was exciting.
I liked. I think it was a two-parter, Wild West Rangers. Yeah, that was like my favorite. We got to do the most, I think, as far as like beyond ourselves. Yeah, it was more fun to play.
And we got to ride
Sure.
horses in that one.
Yeah, we got to do quite a bit. Yeah, and that was the only time that we ever got a letter from Heim. Or at least the only time I ever got a letter from Heim that was like, "Good job, you guys. It was funny," or whatever.
I
I
found
don't-
that
I don't
letter.
think I got that letter.
I found
Yeah,
that letter.
It was addressed to all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a copy. I'll make a copy for you. I like the episode where I was the fire safety captain, and Aisha got bossy and went crazy.
How does performing on a TV show help you move along with your career? Like, did it help? Did it help you a lot?
Are you asking?
Did performing in a show, being there, help you in your further career later on in your life?
Oh, it didn't help me at the time or like a little after, but much later when it started becoming retro, then it started to help. It certainly helps at conventions and things like that. Then they're like, oh, okay, we could bring you because people might know you. But in the beginning, right after the show, it didn't help me at least. I had a hard time.
I would say that it helped me because of the fact that we already had a fan base, so an established fan base helped me to get I'm in a bad place. The established fan base helped to work for me, so then people were interested in having me as a character on the show because they're like, he's already got fans, so definitely helped.
We're just going to move away from the speaker and try this question over here, because I think it's me causing all the trouble.
Hi. Power Rangers was my favourite show growing up, so I wondered what your favourite shows were growing up.
Wonder Woman. It wasn't when I didn't see it when it actually came out, but when I was a kid, I saw the rerun of Wonder Woman, and that was like the coolest thing because all the superheroes were men, and so for me to see a woman like fighting crime, it was pretty awesome.
I liked a lot of different TV shows, like The Love Boat, The Beverly Hillbillies, Dukes of Hazzard, Knight Rider, Underdog, the cartoon. I mean, I was a TV junkie, so I loved a lot of TV.
I loved a lot of like Popeye the Sailor Man. I liked Tom and Jerry, Roadrunner, the Flintstones, the Jetsons. Yeah, so
All the good ones that are still the best shows.
I basically all the same ones, you know, exactly the same ones. Knight Rider, especially Voltron, Ultraman, yeah. Even there's one. Do you remember Street Knight? No, Airwolf. Airwolf, okay, yeah. Or even the A-Team. I watched all that stuff.
Out of all the creatures the Rangers have ever battled, which one is your favorite?
All the creatures. I especially liked, you know, the original like villains like the Putties and, you know, Goldar and Lord Zed. Yeah, and Rita
right
Repulsa.
there. And Ivanus.
Ivanus over here.
Those Ivanus guys were pretty cool in the movie too, because like when we hit them, they turned into, you know, turned into ooze.
I thought we had to fight the Sockadilla monster one time, and that was pretty interesting. I just remember that when we were shooting it, it was a big round rubber ball, and they had ropes attached to it, and the PAs were having to run up and down the field to drag it, and we had to flip over it and all this kind of stuff. It was crazy. It was fun.
Out of all the Marvel and DC villains, male or female, who is your favorite and why?
Villain or any of them?
Male or female villain from DC or Marvel?
Oh, the villains. Only the villains. We can't pick any of the good guys.
All heroes, whatever.
I think the Joker is just like, you know, everybody knows about the Joker, and he's got such character, you know, and he's been portrayed very dark as of late. So I don't know, he's the one that sticks out of my mind.
That's somebody out there.
That's not us.
Yeah, Joker, Catwoman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Catwoman, Wonder Woman, all the women. I love them all. But I really, 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 really love Batman.
And he's a horrible villain.
But I know, I told her, I don't really know the villains.
I'm teasing you.
From the Rizzo Seas.
It's on.
From the Rizzo Seas, what was your favourite episode that you filmed?
From the original series?
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I did 200 episodes, so I have a lot. But I would say from the very first season, the episode where Kimberly and Billy become punks, it's called Power Ranger Punks. That was a lot of fun to film. And the episode where Billy and Kimberly change identities, it's called Switching Places. That was a lot of fun to film too. Walter?
We had a lot of fun filming the food fight episode, because that was just crazy. Like it was like we're shooting the movie and the TV show, and we're throwing food around at everybody, and everybody got it that day. It didn't matter who you were. We hit the cameraman, we hit the producers, we hit everybody with food, and it was like, I'm getting paid to do this. It was awesome.
Did you do any of it out of revenge, like somebody that made you mad?
Yeah,
or
everybody
like
got
for
it.
that 5 a.m. call time, I'm gonna get you.
I was like, Amy Jo.
Hi, I just want to know when you start the Power Rangers in the 1990s. I'm Kaylin Stelly. I'm your biggest fan from a Power Ranger series.
Thank you. Did you want to know when we started? Is that what you said at the beginning?
Yeah.
What year? It started airing in 1993, but Walter and I filmed the original pilot in 1992.
Oh, cool. And when you start the job?
In 1993.
1992.
Well,
Oh,
92, 93.
His original question was, where were you when you got the job, and how did you get the job?
I'm sorry. Well, we were in Los Angeles. I was in Los Angeles just auditioning to be an actor, and that's how I got it, and that was in 1992.
Same thing, Los Angeles, and I was, it was an audition I was sent on.
We actually both were in Dallas, Texas, and we didn't know at the time, but they did a nationwide search, and we thought that we were gonna join the team, but then we later found out we were going to be replacing 3 amazing people. So, but yeah, we just graduated high school, and we're trying to go to college, and we went to this open call audition, and 4 days later, our whole lives changed.
Hi guys, been a fan all my life for the series. Absolutely love everything you have done. 25th anniversary coming up next year. Any chance of a reunion with you guys and a few of the other classic cast members?
I haven't been asked back, so.
No, I don't. I mean, we would like to do a reunion, obviously, but I think most of us are union actors, and unfortunately, they filmed the TV show non-union still, so we aren't able to go back. But they do film these quote-unquote reunion specials with other actors, some from the original, some from other series. There'll be another one airing next year on Ninja, whatever the one that's going right now, but it's not like a real reunion like you guys probably want.
But I'm going to have a party every weekend.
You guys got to write them and tell them that we want the original Mighty Morphin crew to come back. That's the only way they'll do it. You got to bug them. Every one of you got to bug them.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
If a future series ever starts going into production, what would you say to Power Rangers Deadpool, where everyone turns into me?
I think I should have checked these
I
questions.
don't know if Deadpool and Power Rangers was rated G with extra cheese, and Deadpool is rated X. So it would have to be the After Dark, only the 18 and 21 and over crowd. I don't know if it'll ever meet.
Hi again, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
With both Johnny and Walter portraying the Black Ranger, if both of you had to go head-to-head, which one would win and why?
Hey, you
can I drop the mic?
bet
Can I
on
drop
black.
the mic?
Always bet on black.
We make a better team than we do as adversaries.
So you're right, we are both black, but he's Asian, so.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more questions. We're going over here.
Yeah. Guys, thanks again for the hundreds of hours I had watching you as a child. The big question I've got is, with obviously the success of Power Rangers, it's brought back a film this year. What are your thoughts towards it and its future?
About the new film that just came out this year? Yeah. I mean, I loved the new film that came out this year. I thought they did a really good job. I thought the guy that played Billy, my character, RJ, did an amazing job. And, I hope that there's a sequel. We'll find out. And if so, hopefully we'll be asked to be in the sequel.
I agree with him.
Ditto.
Ditto. But you guys got to write them and tell them to put us in this next movie. Lionsgate, you guys look it up on the internet.
Obviously, there was a lot of monsters on Power Rangers. If you could have designed a monster, what would it be and how would the Rangers defeat them?
Did we ever fight a rat?
I'm sure, we
did.
We did, but
We
you
did.
didn't. We fought rats.
Yeah.
That didn't make it into the movie, but they made it into the
Yeah,
TV
they
show.
put it in the TV show.
I mean, on Power Rangers, they made anything a monster. We fought a lipstick, we fought a purse, we fought a brick wall. So anything in this room, I guess I would love to pick a Funko Pop.
Right.
And make a Funko Pop come alive, and we'd have to fight that.
Yeah.
In the big head.
We can fight the Comic-Con monster.
Yeah.
Very last one, a very special guest. Everybody put your hands together and welcome Lucas onto the stage.
Lucas!
Come on, Lucas.
He's our friend.
I think you've already met, haven't you? Lucas, you had a question, didn't you?
How did how was if you design your own monster, what would it be?
Ooh.
I would make a Lucas monster.
He'd be, what would be, it would be a little kid monster that were all dressed up in Power Ranger costumes, but they were under a spell because Rita put a spell on them, and we had to make them become good kids again. How's that?
Is that good? We'd have
I'd
to
make, I'd make a giant booger monster. Yeah, and you would have to morph and bring a lot of Kleenex to defeat him.
You'd catch it in a Kleenex.
You catch him in the Kleenex.
Has,
And then you have to
you,
flush him down the toilet or something.
have all you guys had a chance to sign his helmet? Has it all been signed by? Yeah? Cool. I was going to ask if you hadn't, if we could pop them on there. Give Lucas a big round of applause. Good job. You want to go and sit back down with Mum and Dad?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lucas.
And with that, put your hands together.
Let's give his dad a round of applause for making that costume and that helmet.
Put your hands together for our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Thank you guys so much. If you guys haven't met us or been able to come and talk, we're going to be at our booths. So by all means, go to our booths. We'd love to sign autographs, take pictures, and give you a hug. Hey.